What's good? It's your boy H1. You on the Music TV. I mean, by this time, y'all should know me. If y'all don't know who I am, I'm the motherfucking man. Now I mean, Skyline City Records CEO. Now I mean, Backsound, One Time Media Group. It's a big movement. And I'm just gonna answer a few questions, tell y'all a little bit about me, so y'all can know a little bit more about me, and we can keep it moving like that. Holla at your boy. Right now, I'm working on, the high definition. It's like a compilation of a bunch of hot records we're putting together to give people something to listen to. It's banging, banging. The big thing, though, this year, that everybody got to look out for, is the album, fourth quarter, that's coming. Banger. Everything about it, banging. It's going to be soulful, man. It's going to be hot. It's going to be scorching. There's going to be a lot of nice producers on there, of course, KG, the CEO of Skyline City, right? We talk about Dolly Kumar. And he's, he's the main producer. Jerron, big shout out to him too. He's going to knock out joints. Everybody that's going to be part of the project is going to be fantastic. It's going to be great, great album for everybody to go cop. In the near future, more records, more hits, more everything. Skyline City Records, like I said, it's a movement. So we do everything in-house, from music, production, graphics, video, whatever you need, yo. Pay us and we'll do it. Holla at your boy. Well, walking my shoes is like, yo, how do I explain walking my shoes properly? Walking my shoes is like a hood gospel. It's like, yo, it's like I'm taking you through a walk in Brooklyn at night. That's kind of like what it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's why it starts out with it's dark outside, the 45s hanging out the window. It's like, yo, this is normal shit that you see, cops, they're piranhas, you know what I mean? All they trying to do is eat you alive. It's a black man's struggle. It's just all of that, and it's just showing you that, you can't walk in my shoes. You can't walk a day in my shoes. I can't walk a day in your shoes. But try to walk in my shoes and you can't do it. You know what I mean? It's just, and it's New York. I mean, it's like what I am. You know what I mean? It's Brooklyn. It's everything combined, everything that I've seen, a lot of things that I know, life experiences all thrown into that at once. And also to show y'all that I'm the nicest nigga in the game. Holla at your boy, God, big baby. I think what makes me different than most other artists, especially nowadays, is that it's my versatility. I could talk about anything. I don't think there's not a subject that I can't talk about. From cars, women's, politics, things dealing with society, anything that you can think of. Y'all want poetry, you want something to make love to, y'all, you want to make love, I got all of that. And I think that definitely makes me different than most artists now. Because most artists right now are real bubble gum. Everybody's trying to fit into a box. I don't have a box. Nigga, I am the box, if that's the case then. Everybody's trying to fit in me. That's how I see it. I feel that, I feel like the one thing that keeps me the way everybody else is the fact that I'm an MC too. But besides the fact that I'm an MC, I'm completely different than everybody else. It's just that. Where do I see hip-hop going in a couple of years? For me to answer that question really, realistically, I got to take you back, to what hip-hop was supposed to be. Hip-hop was supposed to be, the voice of the people. It was supposed to be the voice of the voiceless, which is the best way that I've ever heard it described. Hip-hop started in the slums, and now it's inside of a box in the corporate office, In the next couple of years, what do I hear hip-hop becoming? I think hip-hop is already the biggest thing right now in the world. Everybody and anybody, from rock stars to rock groups to white boy bands. I think everybody has to do something that's involved in hip-hop now because it's what sells. At the same time, I think hip-hop, like anything that you sell, you lose its soul. I think right now hip-hop has no soul. I think everybody's looking for that quick buck. I don't think anybody's looking for longevity anymore. Everybody's like, yo, I could do this, make a couple $1 million and be ghost. And I think that's a great thing. I think that's great, but I remember when it was just all about to see how long somebody can stay. My favorite artist in the world were always the ones that had the longest, the longest run. You know what I'm saying? You talking about cats like LL. You know what I'm saying? Been in the game 20 some odd years. I don't, that's what I'm looking for. Somebody, of that nature. That's what the game used to be about. Right now it's just, it's just like it's an empty shell to me. So I feel that there's a big void. There's a big void in good music, and I feel that that's what I'm gonna bring to the table. I'm a fan of H1. That man right there, that guy can rap. I like him. All right, but really, you want new school, old school? I mean, what you want? It doesn't even matter. Yeah, I take it back. I'm a huge Nas fan. I think Nas, humongous. Biggie, humongous. Big Daddy Kane, big influence. Humongous. Of course, Pac, you gotta name the normal ones. I think Kanye West is hot. I think Talib is hot. That's it. It's not that I don't like anybody else. I think you're wick, which is whack. I don't think that you're whack. I just may not feel everything that you do. I just feel like, I like whoever, has something to say. Let's put it that way. I like Hove too. Shout out to Hove. To make that money, baby. I like KG. I think KG's hot. All right. I like, I think Scott Storch is hot. I mean, I think Polo the Don is hot too. I like Ninth Wonder, as we share something in common, obviously. Ninth Wonder, no doubt. I think, everybody likes Dr. Dre, so that's not even in question. Timbaland, same thing. I like Red Spider. I think Red Spider is hot. I like anybody who makes hot beats. Fuck it. If you make hot beats, I like it. You know what I mean? But those, these are the exceptions, the one that I mentioned in the first place. What can I bring that I think kids would like? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be real honest. I'm gonna keep it real because I got nieces and nephews too. I don't really make my music for kids, but I know kids listen to the music. Hopefully, what they can pull out of my music is honesty. I'm not really gonna sugarcoat it for anybody who listens to my music. I'm just gonna tell you how I feel. And hopefully the best thing that they could just pull out of it is just, the realness about it. I don't necessarily promote violence. I don't necessarily advocate a lot of things. I do talk about it in my music. I do talk about things like that because, it's reality. So hopefully what they get out of my music is the fact that I don't necessarily want them to do that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm talking about guns in the street, I'm telling you to not use guns in the street. But this is the reality of things that they see too. It could be right at home, they brothers, they uncles, whoever, they could see all that. When you listen to my music, hopefully all they could pull out of it is the honesty and see that, one that talks about that, that's true, but necessarily he's not promoting it. And, I don't want to have to do that. He saw that. I don't want to have to see that. So, and hopefully they can also pull staying on their grind. Hopefully main thing that they can do is if they can kind of use me as like a life guide. We do this from scratch, from nothing. If they can learn anything, they can just actually watch somebody go have nothing, take something, there's nothing there, and make something out of it. And hopefully they can do that with their own lives, It'll be inspiration for the next little wonder to come up, say, I really want to do this. It may not even be rap music. Like, I want to be a doctor, I'm going to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a hockey player or whatever. It doesn't even matter. Whatever it is. Hopefully it'll just give them inspiration to know that no matter what it is, you can work hard and you can get it.